Hey book besties! I know we're in a very different location for the introduction for this video, and I thought about waiting and like filming it tonight, but I wanted to go ahead and get the introduction out there and kind of talk about what this vlog's going to be about. I'm sure you've obviously looked at the title, so you know we're reading the Monster Trilogy by Rina. So I started the Rina blog, backlist binge about a year and a half ago. And then I'm a mood reader, so I just didn't want to, it was a trilogy. It was a duet. There was a book that was like holding me up. Ooh, it was the end of the Empire series. And I just didn't feel like reading about a second chance romance and all of that. So like that held up my binge because I wanted to still honor reading everything in order, but I was struggling with reading I was struggling with not reading Empire of Lust is the last one. Empire of Lust, because I just like wasn't in the mood for the tropes right now. In hindsight, it really wasn't that much focused on the second chance aspect of it and really just focused on the fact that they hurt each other's feelings. And I'll link that vlog because it has gone up. Very proud of myself. That one's gone up. And then if you're seeing this one, then you have also seen my Deception trilogy, because yes, friends, we are binging this backlist. Like I am so into reading Rina right now. It's insane. I have to stop because Onyx Storm just released, so I am gonna read Onyx Storm and then I'm gonna jump back in. So anyways, I'm here to introduce the Monster Trilogy. I don't know too much about this, and I need to honestly probably download one of these audiobooks so I know how to say his name. Kirill, K-I-R-I-A-L-L, right? And obviously Russian, but I need to put it into like a translator so I can say it right. So we have been introduced to him. We met him back in the Throne duet. So Ray is a part of the Brotherhood. So is he. So we met him back in that one. And then we did see him quite frequently in the Deception trilogy because he wants to be besties with Adrian. Really, like, he wants the alliance with Adrian. And he needs the alliance with Adrian for his plans. And that's all I know right now. The first one is, I actually don't know the name of the first book, so I'm going to pop it up right here. And I have a really bad feeling. So I have special editions of these. So like the next time I film anything, I'm going to show off those special editions. Cause I just discovered, for whatever reason, I thought the special editions were for the Deception trilogy, but the joke's on me because they're actually for the Monster trilogy. Cause I was on Macari and like Pango trying to find special editions for it. And I was like, wait a second, I need Deception, not Monster. That's neither here nor there. But I have a really bad feeling that I'm going to want the original covers for this series as well, because I didn't buy anything that I hadn't read before we did away with the male covers, well, the male model covers, and I do regret it right now. In case anybody's wondering, massive regrets. Because I'm about like 20-25% into this one, slightly obsessed. So our female main character is in hiding, as actually like she is I don't want to say cosplaying, but she is dressing as a man right now, not because she wants to, but because she has to, right? So her entire family was murdered. There was like somebody showed up at like Christmas family dinner and just like killed everybody, right? There were 3-4 survivors from that event that happened, and she's one of them, and she's the heir to the family. What they do, how this plays in, I don't know. I don't know if they're like part of the mafia in Russia. Like I have no clue what's going on, right? I don't recognize the last name. So she's Alexandria. So she changes and is Alexander, right? And then like nickname Sasha. I don't know how it all connects, but also too, I'm not Russian, so I feel like if I was, I probably would know a little bit more about it, but that's neither here nor there. So as of right now, she is going under the name Alexander, pretending to be male, and is in the army. And then she meets our main character, Kirill, K. She meets our main character, Kay. He's captain in the army because he is a part of the Brotherhood, and his dad is one of the kings on the council, not the Pakin, but a part of the council. And So he's run away from like all of his responsibilities because he can't stand his dad. He hates his dad. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to go to Russia. I'm going to join the army. And a lot of the men that are loyal to him from New York went with him to the army. Okay. So we're in Russia, part of the army, and he does special forces. And then he shows up at the same camp that Alexander is, is training at. Right. And as of right now, like, only about a couple months into the journey of being male, super puny, very small, like in comparison to the other guys that are at this camp, right? So already at a disadvantage. And there's this like weird interaction between the two of them and Kay, our male main character. I promise when I come for an update, I'll actually know how to say his name. I will practice. They're going back to their special forces camp and they could take a couple of people back with them. So they choose a few people and then he also takes Alexander with him. Not necessarily, and he's not sure why, right? But he just feels like it's the right choice. And at this point in time, he does not know that he is a she, right? So the assumption is across the board right now that Alexander is male. And then from Alexandra's point of view, which is a female main character pretending to be Alexander. Whew, I feel like I need my whiteboard for this. So from this perspective, like she's really struggling with the decisions that she has to make. She's really struggling with having to uphold the family, to go into hiding essentially to protect herself as the heir of the family because everything is being left to her. And, you know, something's going on. The family's not safe. She understands all of this logically, but she's really struggling with like her role in everything. And I feel for her. Like I said, I'm only about 20% in, but like you can tell she's fighting for her life right now. Like she is struggling so much knowing that, everything rests on her shoulders. She has to find out who did this to her family. She has to remove them from the equation so she can come out of hiding. All she wants to do, it's crazy because she was a tomboy growing up and she used to like ruin her dresses and all that. But like there are moments in this where she's like, all I want to do is wear a dress. All I want to do is to be able to be who I am and not have to hide my personality, not have to hide my last name, not have to hide anything like this. And so that's where I am with everything. I will be back with an update. And in that update, I am going to show off my special editions because I really like them. I cannot believe I forgot I had them. They're on my Rina Kent shelf and everything. I was like, they've been sitting here the whole time. Anyways, so when I come back, if we're being honest with each other, I'll probably be done with the first book and have kind of a better idea of what's going on, why it's going on, probably have hit the first cliffhanger because we all know there's going to be a cliffhanger. I am going to let you guys know right now that if and when our Kay finds out about her being female, because I feel like he's probably going to find out early on about it, I am going to say something about that. I do not feel like that's a spoiler though, because how do they have a relationship, right? How do they have a relationship, an honest relationship between the two of them if he doesn't know that? So I feel like in some way, shape, or form, like he finds out about it. Probably not in the way that Alexander wants them to find it out, but I feel like they're going to find it out. So welcome to the next vlog. Welcome to the next trilogy ride. I'm very excited to read the series, like I said, and I can't wait to update you. So I'll see you in the next clip. Hey besties, welcome back. We're getting ready because we have some bulk filming to do tonight, but I had to get you guys caught up because I desperately want to keep going on with the series, but I want to go ahead and get you guys updated because I don't want to accidentally spoil something. So first off, I am kind of switching. I don't know if anybody cares, but I'm still going to talk about it anyways. I'm kind of switching up how I'm doing things like from my makeup perspective. So instead of trying to pretend like I know how to contour or anything like that, I've invested in some tinted moisturizer. So it kind of just like evens everything out and gives me a base, has SPF in it, and, you know, tints me a little bit because I'm super, super pale right now. So this is Ilia. It is a serum. So that's kind of cool. And I have the shade Diaz, and so I got it from Sephora. I went to Sephora the other day, and it's in a box like this. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's on my face right now, so yeah, I like it. I guess I'm gonna see like how I feel once I put my my blush over it because I usually wear blush when I film, and then my highlighter where I like to put like the sparkles and stuff. I also got this e.l.f. pencil, but I didn't realize it was gonna be like this. So I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. So we may or may not use that in this video. I don't know how confident I would feel about it. Then I'm super excited. So I lost like forever ago my Naked 2 palette, and it's from Urban Decay, and it's been something that's like utterly devastated me because I feel like it's the most basic of all their palettes. And I'm gonna start kind of experimenting with eyeshadows, especially since I wear glasses. Like I should have been for a while, but it's either here nor there. But anyways, it's the basics, so you get like the basic colors. So you've got Skimp, Stark, Frisk, Cover, Primal, and Undone. So I got that. Then of course, I bought blue eyeliner. It was only $5, and it's colorful Wink It felt liner, and it's waterproof. So definitely excited to try this. Then I got Moon Dust from Urban Decay, and it's super sparkly. Ooh, I'm so excited about it. And then I started, so Colleen Rothschild, it's illuminating tinted eye cream, because I'm in like absolutely hating the bags under my eyes recently, and my sister actually suggested this for me. And I'm gonna see what happens when I use it. Like, this is kind of like a very much an experimental video as well, because I'm wondering, you know, what I already use that can be like put on top of each other, I guess you could say, in this scenario. But what's really nice about this is it like makes my dark circles not look as horrible. And it's really wild because like it doesn't matter how much sleep I get or I don't get, my dark circles have been so bad, and I feel like they make me look like a super old lady, and I'm not super old, so despite what my students think, I am not ancient. So anyways, yeah, so we're trying out some new products, and we'll kind of see how we feel about it. But while we're here, and you're probably thinking, wow, that's bold that you just shut your eyes. I'm a bold person, you know? I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I also haven't filmed with a tinted, what do you call it? Is this moisturizer? Tinted eye cream yet. So I guess we're also gonna see how I feel about it all. It's gonna be a crazy day. So Liza My Monster is a 4-star read for me. Curiel, I definitely went on and Googled it as well. Curiel is slowly becoming one of my favorites from Rina Kent, which is really awkward because Adrian, I love him, but also too, like, Adrian and Curiel kind of have this little, like, I don't want to say bromance because like I wouldn't say it's a bromance, but they definitely have like an understanding between the two of them, and they're definitely two characters that have aligned and like voted together and all of that. So like I kind of feel comfortable saying that like I can like both of them equally and or the same, because I just feel like I can. And whether or not everybody agrees with me or not, I don't really care because I'm gonna like them. So coming off of the cliffhanger from book 1, she's heartbroken because she knows that he is upset with her, and it really hurts her because of how much she cares for him. So I hate the fact that we spent a good majority of this book with him like angry with her. And does he have a right to be angry with her? Sure. Does he have a right to hold a grudge? Absolutely. But also too, neither of them are really like listening to the other. And so we find ourselves, and I know everybody's always like, I'm missing you. But I mean, honestly, in the mafia world, it's really hard to sit yourself down and take into consideration someone else's opinion about a situation when like you're a person of action, or you're a person of like, once you've burned me, like there's no coming back from that type situation. So that's definitely sometimes how I feel like Carol looks at situations, and it can be definitely like super frustrating because I'm like, okay, I don't think she necessarily like deserves this, but also too at the same time, like he has to be the one who comes to the conclusions on his own. Like it's not something that other people can manage for him. And so she spends Sasha, I'm gonna call her Sasha because that's what he calls her, other than whatever the Russian term is for my sunshine. And I can't go into that because I'm not here to butcher another language. I'm already struggling enough. So I also too think that it is absolutely devastating that they spend this time angry with each other. And I also am wondering, like, in the grand scheme of things, because we know Kirill wants to be the Pakin, which is the head of like everybody, and like he's really working towards this campaign to like take over this position. And I really just think about, you know, they've lied to the Brotherhood for all this time, right? So Sasha's been at his side, but as Alexander, as a male. So what is their plan to come back from that? Like, what is their plan to realistically basically out Alexander as a girl? Because that is definitely going to be seen by the Brotherhood as something that's like, I don't want to say negative because like I don't think there's anything wrong with being a girl, obviously, but their viewpoint on females and the Brotherhood is very different. Even in the year of whatever that Rina Kent wrote this, like it's still very much a male dominated world. So for them to find out that it's all been a lie, like I really hope that this goes better than I think it's gonna go in my mind, because I am actually like really nervous for this. So that is definitely, so Kirill's working towards all of that. And he's absolutely furious with her. But also too, I think that that fury comes from the fact that like he cares very deeply for her, but she also cares very deeply for him. And when somebody you care very deeply for betrays you, like that's something that's really hard to swallow or to like digest. So to like understand that like the one person you felt like wasn't going to betray you turns around and betrays you, like that's definitely something that's very difficult to swallow. So I understood why they felt the way that they felt. It was just hard to read, I'm not gonna lie to you, because like I want these characters to be together so badly, and I think they're absolutely perfect for each other. So the fact that like politics from the perspective of the mafia is going to be what gets in the way of the two of them just like really bothers me, right? Like I don't want it to be because of the Brotherhood. I don't want it to be because of rival families, but unfortunately they haven't put together, well, she hasn't put together, he puts it together, I believe, at the very end, but also I don't know because I haven't continued reading, like why they're rivals or why their families would be rivals. So I just find it really difficult because obviously like I want them to be together and I want them to be happy, but like that's so hard to do right now because obviously we're in the middle of a trilogy. Obviously Rina Kent had to hurt my feelings just a little bit more with that little Cliffy, and hurt my feelings she did. I just like, I know they're meant to be together. I just haven't quite figured out how they pull it all off. Now, if Kirill becomes the Pakin somehow, and like, I don't know if he is or isn't, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell y'all, read the book. I'm big on no spoilers. I just don't know how this doesn't end up where they're kind of in a situation of having to explain how his male guard became a female, right? And like, I know this doesn't seem like enough to harp on, but like, I really do think it might become a problem. I don't like how it looks right here. Might become a problem later on for them. You know what's really hard about getting older is like losing the density in your eyebrows. So like, I still have a lot of hair, but you can definitely tell that they're not quite as full as they used to be. Anyways, let me share my favorite quotes and then I'm gonna finish getting ready so I can finish filming. But, okay, it's downright toxic at this point, but I can't put an end to it. So that's Sasha, like, thinking about the relationship, because like at this point in time, like, they're really like, they're not rivals, but like he's super angry with her and she's trying to get back in his good graces, but like he's holding that wall up and she's like, got so toxic that I'm still going after him, but like I almost can't help it. One day I'll know everything there is to know about her. And this is a cliffhanger. No, not a cliffhanger. This is a spoiler. So I'm going to hold off on my last quote because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. All right. So next time you see me, I'll be wrapping this up. Well, maybe I'll throw some like B-roll in there of me reading it. But I will come ready to show you guys the special editions, and then also too, ready to talk about the end of this vlog. Like, it's so crazy to think that I'm so close to the end of this binge of Rina Kent, especially since I've read so much of it recently. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I gotta decide on my eyeshadow color, and then get to filming. So I'll see you when I'm done and I'm ready to talk about this all together. Hey book besties, I'm here to close out the Monster Trilogy reading vlog. Isn't that crazy? How much I've read in the past couple weeks of Rina Kent. It's really exciting because that means I can start the Legacy of the Gods series, which we know that I started this whole binge because I wanted to know who the characters were in Legacy of the Gods. And now here we are, so I can actually start it. And it just feels so weird because this was the whole point, and now here we are. Anyways, I have the special editions I promised to show you. We do need to open one of them. But, so I'm not going to say too much about the third book. You guys know, like, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't want to spoil it. That's not at all the intention of these reading vlogs. It's just to have a good time. And if there are spoiler tags, like, obviously I warn you for it, right? Oh my gosh, this last book put me through it. Oh, I didn't realize there was still. Anyways, I went through it in this last book. I don't think like in a bad way. I just was so focused on some things in this book that I forgot about other scenarios that had been introduced. And then was like, whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? Like, I thought it was, but let me tell you, the number of backstabbings, the number of people that like we had to kill, and the number of people who like were actually 2-timing or 3-timing the family was crazy. And Kirill was like, absolutely not. What you're not gonna do is come for me or come for my lady, right? And we obviously leave them in the very like precarious position between book 2 and book 3, but we all know they're meant to be together, and we all know that that man's going to do whatever he needs to do to be with her. So I really appreciate the fact that even though she was holding a grudge, he was like, absolutely not, like, you're my wife and we're going to be together forever. Thank you so much. So I gave this trilogy all 5 books or 5 stars for me. He's serious competition for Adrian, but in real life, IRL, Adrian would definitely be my type. Not that he's not my type, but there's just something about Adrian having that hard exterior, but that soft exterior. And I'm not saying that he, like Kirill, doesn't have the soft exterior, but it's just not the exterior that I like in my man. So Adrian definitely still wins, but like, this was so good. And I love the fact that we had multiple family betrayals. We finally figure out what the beef is between Kirill's family and Alexandra's family, and she definitely gets the opportunity to like have her piece and have her say, because he was like, no, like, you deserve to be able to like vent how you feel, talk about how you feel. So like, I really felt like that was a very nice like open space for her. And I think it ended perfectly for the two of them. Like, I remember getting to the last page and finishing it and just being like, like, they're happy, and I love it for them, because man, do they go through it. They go through it in this series, and Rina puts us through it. Anyways, so let's talk about it. So here's Blood of My Monster. I like how there's the 1 right here, and then they have the rose that carries through everything. Everything on here, from the cards, right, to the bullet holes, to the sniper, it all ties back to the book, and I love that. And on the back it says, Kirill Morozov is a man of no morals, a monster with no limits, a beast in the form of a sophisticated gentleman. Not wrong. So then I also really like, so I've got there's a book plate, and it looks like she hand signed them, so it must have been before she started doing like digital signatures. And it says, to every girl who is fascinated by monsters. We love that. There's the playlist in the beginning. And then I also really like too that you have, so this is Sasha. And then like that's how she's dressed, obviously, in her alter ego. And then let me get to one of his chapters. And then this is how he's portrayed. And my gosh, he has tatties, he is built, and he's bossy. We love it. And then this is the side. So like this sniper and then like targets. So that's the first one. And it's really funny too, because I thought I didn't have special editions for this one, and then they were just sitting on my shelf. So Humbled once again. So we have the green on this one. Oh, this is signed too. We love to see it. To every girl who's proud of loving villains. I love that. I love a good dedication. There's the playlist in the beginning as well. And then here's our main man and his pose. The glasses, I love how she kept bringing the glasses up because like it was just so hot to me. Like he was so hot to me. They kept talking about like the glasses and like how attractive it made him. And then Sasha finally gets to be girly. I love it. Right? And then the back says, the earth revolves around the sun, but my world is starting to revolve around him. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. So this book definitely like delivers the angst and delivers like two people who are stuck in a really hard place. And I think that quote like definitely really ties back to like their story and how both of them feel a certain way about the other, but it's like, should we? So, and then this one, obviously still a sniper here. I'm trying to figure out what this part is, but I can't really tell. Anyways, and then the flower. I like that it's purple. I don't know, like it gives the vibes, I guess is the best way to say it. Oh, and this one is signed. How exciting. To the beautiful, depraved corner of your soul. All right. So this is Sasha. And she gets to like, you know, officially be who she is in this one. And I love that for her. And then our main man. And the back says, we met as broken beings, but now we're putting each other together again, one piece at a time. So, love that I have these. Love that they're on my shelves. Love this trilogy so much. I really do like, and I want to gush with you guys about book 3, but it's difficult because so much of it ties back to the first 2 books and I don't want to give any spoilers. So if you've read this series and you want to gossip with me, you can definitely message me on Instagram, which my link is down below, and I'll be happy to talk about it because let me tell you, like these cliffhangers, like yes, Rina's known for her cliffhangers, but like these ones really took us for like a ride and I absolutely loved it. And like Adrian's still my man, guys. Long live Adrian, but I love him too so much. And I love Sasha and I love how independent and how strong she was throughout this entire series because like Rina put her through the ringer, but like now they get to be happy and I love that for them. So thank you so much for watching. If you've been reading along with me or you're just starting your Rina journey, I will definitely put the reading order down in the description box below. This is her recommended reading order and it's in publication order. So you follow the entire Rinaverse like as it was intended to be followed. And guys, the next one that I'm going to be posting is going to be The Legacy of the Gods. There are 6 books, so I'll probably split it into 2 reading vlogs, but I just can't even believe we're here and that we made it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, no matter where you are in the world. And you know what? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment below your thoughts and feelings about the Monster Trilogy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.